So I'm reminded of when you're in, let's just say grade school. Um, you're gonna be tested, right? Now you may not be tested on everything that you've done while you were in grade school, but for an example like math, counting money, things of that nature, you're gonna be tested throughout life, counting money, getting back money, um, counting backwards, things of that nature, right? Y'all, I was tested today, and I had to apply what I've learned about 11 years ago at another job, right? So I went to pick up some food today, and I'm a big fan of customer service, right? I love customer service, excellent customer service, right? Not just when I'm spending my money, but it's just I'm a big fan of customer service because I give what I expect back, right? So I went to pick up some food today. I'm over it now though, but I went to pick up some food today, and this young lady, she was a manager. When I tell y'all she's so ugly, she was so ugly. Not physically ugly, but she had a nasty attitude for no reason. And when I say no reason, I mean no reason. Like, I went in to the establishment, not gonna tell y'all where, because like I said, I'm over it. But I went into the establishment, and I greeted the young lady with a smile. And I said, hello, how are you? The lady said absolutely nothing. You would have thought she was deaf, but she's not deaf because I dealt with her before. Anywho, so I spoke to her. She didn't say anything. And I told her that I needed to purchase a drink because the other young lady that rang me up, I forgot to, purchase a drink. I mean, I could have just dang on took the drink and left out the store. But again, that's not me. I'm not a thief, so I'm not going to do that. So I waited patiently. She came to the front, and I told her I needed to pay for this drink. And I gave her the drink. And I said, well, how you doing today? You know, I spoke, greeted her again while she's counting back the change. She didn't say anything. And I said, are you okay? Like that. And she says, yes. And just gave me my change back. It was just how she did it. And I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do to her? That's what I'm thinking in my head, right? She gives me my change back. I said, thank you. Absolutely nothing. I'm still in the store. She walks to the back, starts talking to another employee, and she states, yeah, that lady asked me how I'm doing today. And why you gotta keep asking me how I'm doing? And am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. And I mean, she just starts going off. I started to tell her, look, I can hear you. I'm still here. You are rude. And I just want to go off on her. That's what I literally wanted to do. I wanted to go ham on her, right? I turned around. I took my drink. I walked out of the store. Then I had a mind to turn around and just ask to speak to her again and then get my money back because I didn't even want her making my food. But I didn't. I went back to the car. Thank God my husband was in the car. Oh my gosh, he's so good. God uses him. He allows God to use him. But I was like, I told him what happened. And then he was like, well, babe, just don't worry about it. What? Are you serious right now? And I was just like, she was very rude. And he was like, babe, I get it. Just don't worry about it. I said, well, I'm never eating there again. I'm never ordering any food. He just continued to play his little game on his phone. And I was like, I was pissed. I was literally pissed. And I said, okay, I'm over it. And he was like, yeah, babe, just let it go. I'm like, I didn't say anything. And he was like, okay, babe, go ahead, check on the food, see if it's ready. And I was like, so I'm going back in there. Really? I said, okay, maybe this is a test. I went back in there. The other young lady, not the manager that was rude, she comes up to me. She knows that I heard her manager because she watched me still standing there in the store. So she comes up and she knew what I already ordered. She got my food And she said, "Thank you so much, ma'am. Have a great day." I mean, she was like empathetic, sympathetic, all of the above. She did well. I wanted to ask to speak to her manager so bad, but I didn't. Yes, I didn't. I walked to my car, left out the establishment, walked to my car, and I said, gave my husband his food, and I said, "Babe, I didn't say anything." And then I began to just ride down the road. God began to deal with me before I started eating my food. And he reminded me of an incident that occurred about 11 years ago. And God dealt with me about root cause. You don't know why the person on the other end is responding the way they are responding. You don't know what news they just got. You don't know what circumstance they're faced with. You don't know what just happened in their family, or to their family, to them. You just never know what the other person is going through. Y'all know, just recently before I got on, I said a prayer for the young lady today that was very rude to me. I didn't say it right then when I left the store because I didn't have no mind to pray for her. I didn't even have a mind to pray, period, right? I felt like I was the one that needed prayer for the things that I wanted to say to her. But I did not. I just want to say that I passed the test because I did not go to toe with her, right? That's big for me, right? Because I want to let her have it and I wanted to report her, but I did not. So I said all that to say, you never know what the other person is going through that's on the other end and as to why they are responding the way they are responding. Sometimes you have to choose to just let things go. And I'm going to say not sometimes, you just have to be mindful. Be open to the Holy Spirit at all times so the Holy Spirit can direct you as to what to do. Because sometimes, you don't want to be bullied. And I'm not saying she bullied me. She didn't bully me. But you don't want to be bullied, or you just have to pick and choose your battles if it's worth it. If she didn't want to speak, she didn't have great customer service skills, okay. It wasn't for me I don't know what she was going through. All I know is God knows what she was going through or what she went through or why she responds the way she does. But I did pray for her today. And I genuinely said a prayer. I asked the Lord to forgive me for my unkind thoughts because I had some unkind thoughts today about her. While I was standing there with her nasty attitude, but I really had some unkind thoughts when I heard her, talking about me. But anyways, I'm over it now. I am good. I'm in a good place. And I just wanted to encourage someone and let you know that we're going to be tested. We're going to be tried. Believers and followers of Christ, we're going to be tested. We're going to be tried throughout life. And we just have to be led by the Holy Spirit. Sometimes it's not meant for us to say anything. And just let you know that it is making you, is shaping you. It's like I was walking through the fire. But it's for our good. I'm not saying that it was for her to do what she did. I'm not condoning what she did. At the same time, I don't know all the moving pieces that she got going on in her life. So, and I'm not making excuses for her, but at the same time, when you know to do better, you have to choose to do better. And I knew to do better by not going toe to toe with her because it could have turned out very ugly. So when you know to do better, do better. Be the person that stands up, and sometimes standing up for yourself is choosing not to say anything. So yeah, y'all, I'm still learning. I'm learning. That's what I got for today's seed though, guys. I love y'all. Until we meet again, y'all take care.